Hello friends, on the behalf of Progressive Education Society's Modern College of Pharmacy Nigdi Pune, I welcome you all. Myself, Dr. Narendra Parihar, Assistant Professor. So today we will discuss about inventory control. It is probably the largest single investment which can be done in a pharmacy. It is the supervision of supply, storage, and accessibility of items in order to ensure an adequate supply without excessive oversupply. It is defined as systemic control over maintenance of stock in the store department, or you can say in a community pharmacy. Regardless of whether the pharmacy is retail, hospital, or another type that serves patients, inventory is significant and needs to be managed well consistently. So what are the reasons for managing the inventory in a community pharmacy? To keep the cost at minimum and to have a sufficient supply of products for good customer services. Too much inventory results in loss of profits because products may remain on the shelf and do not generate cash flow. Means there will be no rotations if too much inventory is invented or investment in the products. Too little inventory can result in consumer dissatisfaction and employee frustration because needed products are not available. Means when consumer needs any products, if it is not available in our pharmacy, after doing lot of investment also, this can lead to the frustration level and dissatisfaction of the consumer services. So objectives of inventory: minimization of investment in inventory, level of consumer services, balance of supply and demand, minimization of procurement and carrying cost, maintenance of up-to-date inventory control system. Now we'll see the different functions of inventory control. Persons, machines, and materials are properly utilized. To assess the material requirements systematically, wastage and theft of material can be checked whenever needed, maybe monthly, maybe yearly. The productions can be supplied to consumer at a short notice as and when the demand is received. To obtain and supply the required quantity of materials at the lowest cost of proper time. To keep the inventories as low as possible, this leads to consistent price in market condition. To maintain a proper record, to assess the stock position of the materials. Okay, so these are the various functions of inventory control. The cost relevance to inventory management. The one goal of inventory management is to achieve the reasonable balance between carrying cost, ordering cost, and shortage cost. So there are different types of inventory cost involved in the drug management, or you can say a pharmacy management. Acquisition cost. It is the amount the pharmacy pays for the product. Means the pharmacy pays to suppliers, wholesalers, or manufacturers. Second is a procurement cost. It includes the cost of shipping, receiving, stocking, and bookkeeping of the inventory. Shipping costs depends largely on the product itself and quantity of product purchased. Larger, heavier products cost more money to ship. But when items are purchased in large quantities, the per item shipping costs are typically less. The costs to receive an item include the personal time spent receiving the product on the loading dock and checking in the inventory. Stocking cost includes the time it takes to move the items or the products to the storeroom and then from storeroom to the shelf. Bookkeeping cost include payment to the supplier or manufacturer. Carrying cost, it includes the cost to carry an item or product in inventory for a length of time, usually a year, like for example heat, light, rent, security, deterioration, spoilage, breakage, etc. Ordering cost include the cost for ordering and receiving goods, means shipping cost, cost for preparing how much would be needed, preparing invoices, cost of inspecting goods upon arrival for quality and quantity, moving the goods to temporary storage, etc. So ordering cost is usually expressed as a amount per order. The last is a Shortage cost. It is the cost associated with being out of an product a patient needs or wants. The size of shortage cost is difficult to estimate. Cost when demand exceeds supply means the cost when demand exceeds the supply. So an opportunity cost of not making a sale, loss of customers' goodwill, late charges, the cost of loss of production or downtime, and total inventory cost. If price discounts are available, then we should formulate total inventory cost by taking sum of purchase cost, inventory holding cost, shortage cost, and ordering cost. So from this, the total inventory cost is given by total inventory cost is equal to purchase cost plus inventory holding cost plus shortage cost and plus ordering cost. And when the price discounts are not offered, then the total cost is given by the total cost is equal to inventory holding cost plus shortage cost plus ordering cost. So establishing the correct quantity to order from vendors or the size of lots submitted to the firm's productive facilities involves a search for the minimum total cost resulting from the combined effects of four individual costs: holding cost, setup cost, ordering cost, and shortage cost. Of course, the timing of this order is critical factor that may impact the inventory cost. So objective involved with inventory process is the main objective to maintain inventory at appropriate level so that it is neither excessive or not short of requirement. Cost objective to minimize investment in inventory at minimum level to maximize profitability. Service objective to keep inventory at sufficient high level to perform productions and sale activity smoothly. Now, inventory control. It is the supervision of supply, storage, and accessibility of items in order to ensure an adequate supply without excessive oversupply. There are some selective inventory control methods to have an effective controls on the inventory. So the important control methods are ABC analysis, that is always better control. Second, VED analysis, that is vital, essential, and desirable. Third, FSN classification, that is fast moving, slow moving, and non-moving. SDE classification, scarce, difficult, and easy. HML classification, high, medium, and low. Lead time method, safety stock method, EOQ method, and minimum and maximum stock levels. Okay, so EOQ is the economic order quantity level. Okay, so now we'll see one by one. ABC analysis, that is always better control. This is based on the cost criteria. Classify the items on the basis of importance and the technique of grouping is called as ABC analysis to provide maximum overall protection against the stock outs for a given investment in safety stock. This analysis is prepared and checked weekly or monthly. So for example, you can see A is a high cost, that is 10% of items procurement for the 70% of value. B, medium cost, 20% of item, or you can say products have cost of 20% of value, and about 70% of materials consume 10% of resources. So you will see ABC classification. A items, or you can say A products, small in number but consume large amount of resources. Resources mean the investment money. Their order frequency should be more with a smaller safety stock. So you must have tight control of management by top level. Small in number but consume large amount of resources. You must have tight control, rigid estimate of requirements, strict and closer watch, low safety stocks. Second, B product. The B category of drugs should have middle level management control, relatively safety stock, and quite accurate forecasting. You must have moderate control, purchase based on rigid requirements, reasonably strict watch and control, moderate safety stocks, managed by middle level management, good records and regular review. C type of products, larger in number but consumes lesser amount of resources. They must have ordinary control measures, purchase based on usage estimates, high safety stocks, minimum records, large inventories and periodic review. So here there is one of example of ABC analysis. Okay, it's a worksheet. As you can see, the 10% of A products consume a lot of investment, or you can say the resources. In B you can see 20% and C almost 70% of products consuming only 10% of resources. Okay. So here is the one example. We will see how to manage the ABC analysis. See, the item code is given or the product code, the annual usage in units and cost per units. So now we will arrange them as a consumption value and we will give them a ranking. Ranking means according to the stock resources investment, means which product is taking higher amount of the resources or inventory management in the investment. So after numbering or ordering the ranking, we will arrange them by the rank. So after arranging in the rank, you can see the first two drugs come in the class of A. Then next are in the B, C. Okay, so this is what calculations we do to control the inventory control of any product of investment. Okay. Now, advantage of ABC analysis. It ensures better control over costly items. It helps in maintain the stock in better approach. It helps in reducing the storage cost. It helps in developing the scientific method of controlling inventories. Disadvantage: B and C category of drugs or products can often get neglected and pile in huge stocks or susceptible to loss and slackness in record control. So these were the advantage and disadvantage of ABC analysis. Okay. So these were the advantages of ABC analysis, that is always better control. Now we will see the VED analysis. This classification is based on the criticality of an product or its effect on the functioning of an institution. So V stands for vital products, E stands for essential products and D stands for desirable products. So vital drugs should never be out of stock. Their safety standards should be high. Essential drugs should be have minimum possible stocks, and the desirable drugs, if out of stock, do not affect the healthcare services. So this is how the VED analysis is carried out. So category 1 needs the close monitoring control. Category 2 moderate control, and category 3 no need for the control of inventory control. Okay. So this was the VED analysis. Next, HML classification. HML stands for high, medium, low, and this method is similar to the ABC method, which is based on annual value of consumption. FSN classification. FSN stands for fast moving, slow moving and non-moving. There may be a change in technology or a change in specification or a product no longer in use. In such cases, FSN classification is made and information should be displayed prominently, enabling managers to act on it in the best interest of organization. So these were the 4 types of inventory control classifications. In next video, we will see the next classification, that is lead time and economic order quantity. Okay, thank you. So in next lecture, we will see the EOQ method, that is economic order quantity method. Thank you everyone.